On Saturday, April 21st, the University of Akron softball team faced off against the Bowling Green Falcons. This meeting would consist of games 2 and 3 of a 3-game series between the two MAC East teams. The Zips would be looking to bounce back from a tough 4-1 loss to the Falcons in Game 1 the day before. Kayla Kmet would start Game 1 on the mound for Akron. The Zips would have a tough start as the first 3 Bowling Green batters would reach base, 2 of which were from defensive errors and the other on a hit by pitch. The Zips would be able to get out of the inning, but the Falcons were able to score 2 runs off the defensive miscues. Heading into the bottom half of the inning, the Zips would hope to get those 2 runs back. However, the Falcons would go 1-2-3 on defense, not allowing a single Akron batter to reach base, and forcing Akron back onto the field. The next 2 innings would be a test of defense for both teams as the Falcons continued to shut down the Zips offense, and on the other end, Kayla Kmet would recover from the difficult first inning by retiring the next 6 Bowling Green batters, keeping the score close for Akron at 2-0. By shutting down the Falcons in the second and third innings, Kmet would give Akron a chance to get their offense off the ground. In the bottom of the third, Akron's Maddie Cloudis would spark the Zips offense by making Bowling Green pitcher Brooke Parker work and drawing a walk on 4 pitches, becoming the first base runner for Akron. Madison Carter would follow Cloudis by laying down a bunt, sacrificing herself but moving Cloudis to second and into scoring position. Sabria Burton would follow Carter's example by laying down another sacrifice bunt, moving Cloudis over to third and only 60 feet away from getting Akron on the board. Akron would continue to make Brooke Parker work, as Sydney Jasko would draw another walk on 6 pitches. Following Jasko, Cassie Gillespie would draw another walk on 5 pitches, moving Jasko over to second and loading the bases for the Zips. However, the Falcons would fight out of the inning with no runners crossing home. In the top of the fourth, Kayla Kmet would record her first strikeout of the game on 4 pitches, but the Falcons would score another 2 runs. In the bottom of the fourth, Kimberly Rodriguez would lead off with a double to right center, reaching scoring position early for the Zips. Following Rodriguez, Jordan Cruz would ground out to the shortstop, but this allowed Rodriguez to advance to third with heads-up base running, putting herself 60 feet away from scoring. Laura Lankins would lay down a perfect bunt, allowing Rodriguez to score with no play at the plate, putting Akron on the board. Back on defense, Maddie Cloudis would catch Bowling Green's Alex Sorgi stealing. This would help keep the energy high for Akron. Unfortunately for the Zips, the Falcons would score again late and go on to win the first game 5-1. Cooper Verts would start on the mound for the Zips in the second game. Verts would earn her first strikeout early in Game 2. But the Zips would once again struggle in the first, as the Falcons are able to put 3 runs on the boards off of Verts before Akron is able to put the Falcons away and get off the field. Akron would try to answer back, but the Falcons would make the first inning very similar to that of Game 1, by putting Akron back on the field after only 3 batters. Bowling Green were playing as if they were ready to end this game early, keeping Akron from gaining any serious traction on offense despite a walk by Laura Lankins and a double to left field by Maddie Cloudis in the bottom of the second inning. Bowling Green would force an Akron pitching change early in the third inning, bringing Kayla Kmet back in to pitch for the Zips. The Zips would hope to end the Falcons' dominance on offense with this pitching change. Despite the pitching change, Bowling Green bombarded Kmet, scoring another 4 runs before Akron was able to get off the field, threatening to end the day early for the Zips if they didn't turn things around quickly. The Zips stepped things up in the bottom of the third, as Sydney Jasko leads off with a double to left center, putting herself into scoring position early for Akron. Cassie Gillespie would follow Jasko by sneaking a single past the Bowling Green second baseman. This would allow Jasko to score from second, putting Akron on the board and shifting momentum into Akron's favor. Kimberly Rodriguez would join in with a single to left field, advancing Gillespie to second and into scoring position. Gillespie would catch the defense sleeping by stealing third. With no one covering the play, the throw went into left field, giving Gillespie a chance to score. The throw home came in time, but an interference call on the Falcons catcher allowed Gillespie to score. Rodriguez would make her way to third during Gillespie's base running. This would set up Caitlin Gamboni to drop a bunt down, allowing Rodriguez to slide in, making the score 3-7 and swinging momentum fully into Akron's favor. The Zips would use this momentum on defense as well, shutting down the Falcons' offense for the rest of the game. However, the Falcons wouldn't just let things slip away, as they kept Akron's offense quiet for the next 3 innings. With the window quickly closing for the Zips, Sydney Jasko would lead off the bottom of the 7th with yet another double to left center, once again putting herself into scoring position for Akron. Kimberly Rodriguez would then come in clutch with a 2-run blast to left field, closing the gap and bringing the Zips within 2 runs of the Falcons. After the home run by Rodriguez, Caitlin Gamboni would reach on a single to shallow right field, followed by Jordan Cruz, who was able to single up the middle, putting Gamboni into scoring position and bringing the winning run up to bat for Akron. Despite the late game surge, Laura Lankins would hit into a game-ending double play, ending Akron's rally and sealing the 7-5 win for the Falcons. Kayla Kometz received the loss in Game 1, and Cooper Verts received the loss in Game 2. Over the span of both games, Kimberly Rodriguez went 3 for 7, scoring 3 runs, marking down 2 RBIs, and had 2 extra base hits, one of which was a home run. After the games, head coach Julie Jones had this to say.
I thought we had that last one there at the end. I thought that we could maybe pull it out. Kimmy hit the home run in the bottom of the 7th there. We had a little bit of life. You know, we just don't do what we need to in the middle of the game. Actually, the first inning has killed us. If we could get through that first inning scoreless, you know, that game was ours. It's not that we're not on the same page because they are. You can see they're still playing. I mean, they could have packed it up a long time ago, and that's a testament to their character, quite honestly. I'm very proud of the kids that they are, and it's been a struggle, and they've been, you know, persevering, and that's part of what we talk about all the time, is that that's life. And if you just pack it up, you tell everybody who you are, and if you keep pushing, you tell yourself who you are. We did some good things, you know, some squeezes. We just sort of threw caution in the wind and started to call some stuff that ended up working today. So we just maybe I just need to be a little more aggressive too, and just say, hey, let's just give it a whirl and see what people can do.
The Zips are back in action Wednesday, April 25th, as they travel to Dayton to take on the Flyers in their non-conference finale.